Okay, and that's better. Sorry for no sound on the screen. Now we've got sound. Whew. Okay, and I've started recording. So what I was just saying here is that we're going to be voting for these topics, and we currently have 2 people who have voted. Do we have any more votes coming yet? Oh, yep, 4 and 3. Okay, so I can see that multiplayer seems to be quite popular. Debugging is quite popular. Graphics and shaders is quite popular. Another lecture on design programming with the programming patterns rather than the design patterns would be interesting, particularly game programming patterns. And of course, because these are issues, you can go in here and actually also ask additional questions, and we can attach additional resources to these because they're issues, and they're issues that form part of our discussions, right? So these are all things that we can use as a way to discuss these topic areas if you want to add additional comments and add additional issues to these, right? So apparently I've not got any comment option. Okay, maybe because I haven't added a comment here, and so that's why I can't do different things to the comment. But so this is one way we can tune what it is that we're covering in the lectures. As you can see, I've already closed 4, which were the ones that we'd already done: group development, intro to games, and game programming patterns, and there's an intro lecture and the updating to 2024 are the issues that have been closed. We could reopen them and change them to done, and have them still on the open list if you felt that we wanted to talk about and add comments to those previous slides, right? So so that's a place we can comment and comment on those particular parts of the course. I'm also quite happy to consider that in the Git repo, if there's something that I've taught you that you don't understand, right, or something that's come up in a bug that you're struggling with, and you want me to see that, then you can raise that as an issue yourself, right? So you can raise that as an issue, and then that would be considered, oh, I haven't added the bug issue. But if you did a new issue and your bug was importing audio files in Godot, right, and so this could be an incident, as in, like, you've tried something and it didn't work, or we could list it as an issue. You would a modified issue to guide the resolution of incidents. We could use the incident resolution to say, hey, this has happened. How do I solve this problem? Right? If you want to resolve it. If it's just an issue that you're not sure what's going on, so it's not a full incident, then you can go. So you'd give the text in here, trouble, blah blah blah, whatever the issue is, and you'd normally assign it to yourself, because you're trying to fix the problem. If you find that you can't solve it, then you can drop it down and assign it to me. Actually, I don't know if because you're not listed here, I think I might have to add you if you're going to be able to assign tasks yourselves. I think you can create issues. I'm not sure if you can assign them to you. But you can assign it to me, and then under labels, I was going to see we've got the lecture label, a process label, a selected, as in those are the ones talks we're going to give, and proposed topics, and I will create a new label which is called bug, and I'll make that red, and we'll create that. And so this is a bug issue. Bugs are things that you should know or should be working that you don't. Okay, so the idea here is that we're trying to use the issues here as a way of communicating about some of the problems on top of Discord, because Discord's a great way of chatting about things and DMing and asking me stuff, and we can chat there. But this gives us a kind of more formal place to put some of those. And you can see here, if you only want to see the proposed lectures, you just click on lecture, and it will give you, I think, a list of label as lecture and just those labels. Also, a bit like Trello, we can use the issue boards, and at the moment I've got the lectures in the issue boards, and we can move them into saying, well, yeah, with once we I can move them where I saw you guys were definitely wanting the multiplayer and networking, so that's definitely be selected. I will then so at the if we go and have a look, we can see that will then be moved and selected. Once we've had a look and I've got an idea of what we're going to do, I'll put it in the selected, and that will be the one that will be coming up. So you can keep track of what lecture is likely to be arriving, and what we'll be talking about based on you guys voting on those areas. Okay. Do we have any questions about that? Does that all make sense? Okay, this is all you can see when you make... so you can just see issues. You can't see into. That's okay. Well, just make an issue. Can you also add a label to an issue? Or can you just make an issue? Hopefully you can comment on the issues. So if we have a look, if somebody could go and try and comment on networking, I will add a comment into the networking myself. So I'll add the first comment just to see if it is if there's no first comment, you guys can't comment. So here, so we can go, oh, my mouse has got a back button up high and it sometimes clicks it. Comment. Okay, are you able to comment on that, or do you just have the ability to create a new issue? Otherwise I might have to change the membership for all the features of the maybe it's the repository settings. Otherwise I'm going to have to add you all as developers into the repo, which we can do, right? So I've done that in the past. I just thought that added the ability to change. We commented on the issue. Excellent. Okay. I'm glad you could comment on the issue. So if I go to issues, so you guys can add comments. Now this means that I'm the developer in here. If you want to update comments, see, we've now got comments. Fabulous. Thank you, guys. So we have 6 votes for it, and we have comments. If you want me to update something and you think there's quite a lot of work in it, you can fork the repo, make the change, and then do a pull request. And you made a test issue. That's fabulous. So, hello, networking issues. Very excellent. We've got some good set of comments there. So as you can see, this is the way we can make comments about the particular lecture coming up. You can add in questions you'd like to cover, things that you're worried about for that lecture, things that are interesting to you, and help direct where I go with covering content. And also we can look at how we find appropriate resources to cover these areas, because I want to show you how to learn these topics rather than me necessarily teaching them. These are the topics that we're learning, and we'll work together to work out how we present them. Now I've started with giving you more standard lectures just so we can kind of get underway, and now I'd like to start moving into this your director. Now I've got a whole lecture slides on this, but what we can do is you can help direct what it is we'll cover in that. And if we have a look at issues, we can't add labels to issues we create. Oh, you can't add labels. I wonder if there's a way that there's a test issue. I will see. Okay, so let's try. Let's just try. How do I allow guests in a GitLab repo to add comments to issues? Grammar's not great, but I wanted to create a GitLab Enterprise account, but now my account needs approval from the GitLab administrator. Okay. You should have access to. You should have had access to this GitLab account. Hopefully, if you don't, then we can add you. I think Mariusz might be able to add you, or I believe I'm an administrator as well, so I can try and find if there is the administrator ability to add you in. So we'll just see what Perplexity said about this. Expand roles, find guest, edit permissions, ensure, create issues, comment issues. So, settings, members, roles, guest. So, settings. Well, got to remember that. Settings, members, roles, guest, permissions. Settings. No, it must be manage members. It's not quite. Maybe it's the old GitLab version. So see, Perplexity doesn't always get it right. So members, access requests. Kai wants to be a developer. Well, if I give you a developer status, it means you can change things about it, and you can at least comment on issues. That was a request that Kai sent. I'd like to try and get it so that I can actually invite members, import from project. We're not looking for that. I was looking for right, those are the people who are currently in there. I was hoping to actually change the settings for the settings roles. So let's see if we can do that. But so yeah, as you can see, there's we can see if we can find permissions internal, because that's how you guys can see it. Users can grant access, require authentication to view media. Issues: anyone with access. Voluntary, anyone with access. One of these requirements, wiki, package, structure, releases. So I've tried to make those anyone with access. Right. Oh well, we can work on that. So if I look here and I go, what have we got here? I'll have to look at the administration activity. I think I might have the admin activity in here, or this might just cover my activities. Okay, I'll talk to Marish and we'll sort it out. How we get into that, into giving Hannah access to it. I used to be able to do this, but I can't remember where things are because they keep being updated. I've got a to-do list and a 36 issues that I've assigned to me, so some of those are older issues. But if you're working efficiently and you've got things assigned to you, you can click on these issues and work out all the issues you're supposed to be doing, and also have a look at your own to-do list. Okay, so that appears not to have given me. So I've got grant internal, which is what we've got. Add users, guests, members, invite, which is what we can do. But I'd still like to work out how I can change these edit the guest edit permissions, because as administrator for your project, I'll have to check. It looks like I was on I was maintainer on my project rather than administrator, so I'll work that out. But at least you can now see and vote on these topics. You can start adding comments at least to the topics, so that you can tell me what part is most interesting to you. And if you want to create a new lecture, create the issue. At the moment, I can add the topic to it to be a lecture topic, and I'll try and work out how I can allow you to do labels. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so it looks like, well, at this stage, without there being any other, without getting all the rest of the votes in, I can see there's a 12th issue that's been added. Oh no, that was probably the test. That we're likely to be doing multiplayer games and networking next week, and looking at how the networking works in games. And I think possibly graphics and shaders. We can do some shader programming the week after, and maybe debugging. But what we'll do is each time I take one off, then people get to revote, right? So you can also thumbs up more than one of these, right? You can thumbs up all the ones you like, and then, but you can hold off and decide by thumbing up this one. You say, right, I really want that this week, and I don't want any others to come. So you just thumbs up the one you want, and then once we pick that one, you can then put your thumbs up on another one, right? So you get to shift your vote or vote multiply. Okay, so with that, if all of that is clear, does all that make sense? Now, I've got some changes to the groups, seeing I haven't seen any additional discussion. Now, also the initial game ideas, I would expect once a group is together that you will then edit and update those game ideas. you will have started working on game engines, starting looking at the game engines, started playing with them a little bit to try and understand them better, so that you're making good decisions, because you're trying to work out what you're going to be making the game, what game you're going to be making, and what engine you'll be using to make that game, right? So you're having to make those decisions. We'll have some of those discussions, and I'll check up with how things are going. And what I normally do is, and what I'll do is have a wee checkup on each of the groups, see how they're going. If people are wanting to change, we'll do some of that final changing, and we'll do some more changing today to work out that we have a reasonable group set up. And that people are starting to make progress and are understanding their groups. Okay, if we don't have people in groups, or people aren't comfortable with the group they're in, we can make some changes. Okay, so are there any further questions? Nope, I can't see any in Discord, and I can't see any in YouTube. Dun dun dun. Right, okay, so what I want all of you to do is to put your hands in and go 3, 2, 1, break. And we're gonna rush her off into the different rooms that are associated with the group that you're working in Discord. And so for YouTube viewers, jump into those groups, and I'll start coming through and start talking to those individual groups and get a catch up. Okay, so we'll see you in the Discord groups. Okay, bye YouTube, because I'm going to be doing individual groups. Okay, so hopefully that was just a short sort of introduction to how we're going to run this, and you can see how the next lectures will be determined. Stop recording, stop streaming.